I never thought this day would come. Hello everyone, I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back to Rocket League / Esports news out there. One of the biggest buyouts we have now seen throughout this year of 2019. As of announced a couple hours ago, if even that, Psyonix has now sold Rocket League to Epic Games. Yes, of all the things out there I did not expect to see, this is definitely being one of them. Rocket League, a game out there that many of you guys probably do play, has seen a great history of success. If anything, is a growing game as well, with its continued series of RLRS as well as RLCS, the more well-noted series out there. And I cover it here on this channel, and a game I'm very happy with along the lines of the in-game content. But an absolutely huge announcement today is Epic Games has announced their buying out of Psyonix, and with it that being Rocket League, announcing their new game to be added to the Epic Store. Now, I've taken some quotes out there of the actual Psyonix announcement. Nothing was actually spoken about this going and being taken off Steam. It was actually said it will be added to the Epic Store. If you guys do not know, two very good competitors. Obviously, Steam is the lead dog in this race as of right now, and Epic, I think in most eyes, is trailing very far behind that. And so the only conflict I have of the entire post, you guys can of course leave your comments down below because I'm super curious what you guys think about this. I think everyone's first thought is going to be, why would you do this? And kind of a sad thing to see Epic Games just buying out competition and trying to take them seemingly what seems like off the Steam platform. As of right now, a quote from The Verge, although not a direct quote from anything I have seen live yet, so keep that in mind. They have said it will be live on the Epic Store sometime soon and eventually taken off the Steam store, but will still be supported by people who have purchased it already on Steam. So it does seem, and that would make sense, right? Epic to buy out Rocket League and want them exclusively on their own platform, that being the Epic Store and no longer on Steam. So I think instantly look at a company like Psyonix and the way they've done things to an overwhelming degree. In my opinion, I don't know if there's many Rocket League complainers out there. They've done a great job. I've really enjoyed following the scene for quite some time now, just as recently as well as continued success in that championship series. We just, of course, also had the team skins and that new esports store released. And so if that plays into favor as to why Epic also announced this, on top of that, you know, I think a lot of us are worried about the future gameplay, which Psyonix does make sure to reassure us that nothing will change with the gameplay. And that means a lot to me, because if it comes in and all of a sudden Epic Games has creative control, I would certainly stress over the past 3 to 4 months, we have seen some terrible quality control with the game of Fortnite as compared to Rocket League. I really kind of like the general direction we have gone. Yes, a few things could be changed here and there, you know, maybe a new car to be added to the lineup as well. But besides that, Epic and Psyonix have been operating in totally separate regions of the realm of how things are run. So if the gameplays remain the same and Epic has no creative control over the meta and new items or, you know, of course, the new shifts in the game itself, I am okay with this merger, because that does mean more funding for the game and overall better experience it should be for the future of Rocket League. Now, of course, when it comes to the competition of stamping out the competition just by buying them out and placing them out of the Steam store into your own store, if that's how they want to run things, they have the money, and that's typically how business does work. I'm not going to argue too much against that. As long as the game itself remains the same, remains creatively under the control of Psyonix, we shouldn't have too many issues about that. And again, one last worrying thing also in this post is Psyonix does state in the short term nothing will change, but in the long term they're going to be using this new Epic Store for leverage in terms of funding as well as exposure out there. And my question is, what do you see in the current Epic Store that is not already offered in the Steam store? We all know well and away Steam is the more well-established publisher there in terms of having stores, and alongside that, what exposure is there on the Epic Store, which has far fewer games, far fewer features? That is a bit of a weary thing. I wish Psyonix maybe just would have been honest and said, hey, we wanted funding, we wanted to be, you know, bought out a bit, and we wanted the future of the game to be more long-lasting. I agree with that, but is there really more exposure currently on the Epic Store? What brand new audience is going to come out of this as compared to Steam? I do not see that whatsoever. You guys could have different thoughts. Feel free to leave that down below. But as always, my name is Jake. I hope you guys all enjoy this breakdown of one of the biggest mergers we have seen throughout 2019 and esports. And make sure to leave your thoughts down below. Super curious what you guys think about the situation. But until next time, take care.